Hey guys, welcome on in. Today I'm going to be showing you how to sew the perfect overall dress like a pro, and I'm also going to be letting you in on a few sewing secrets to take it looking from a little bit holly hobby to absolute perfection. In this video, I'm going to walk you through step by step the entire process of how I made these overalls. And don't worry, there's a lot of visual demonstrations. I'm a visual learner too, and it's just going to make this project a whole lot easier for you. This is by far my best selling sewing pattern, and it took me months to develop to make sure I got the perfect fit and created the most detailed but easy to follow instructions to make your life a million times easier. So I really do hope you guys enjoy this video, and make sure you guys stick around because I've got an exclusive surprise that you guys are not going to want to miss for sure. All right, let's jump in.
Step 1. Lay out the fabric on the table. If you are using a fabric like corduroy that has a one-way texture, make sure you lay the pattern pieces on the fabric in the same direction. If you don't do this, the fabric's fibers will be all over the place and your outfit will look all mismatched. Step 2. Read the directions on the pattern pieces and cut out as many panels as needed. You should have one front panel, one front pocket panel, two back panels, two shoulder straps, and a front and a back facing panel. Align the back panel notches and pin the centre back panels together and stitch with a 1.5cm seam allowance. To make sure the raw edges don't fray, you can either overlock the raw edges or use pinking shears like I'm doing here in the video. After that, make sure the seam allowance is folded on one side and edge stitch in place like shown in the video here. It's these small touches that will make your overall dress look amazing.
Alright guys, I gotta spill the tea. So I absolutely love rewarding my subscribers that have their notification bell on. So you guys will be receiving 30% off this best-selling pattern for the next 72 hours from when this video goes live. Use code OverallGang for 30% off, and I'll link it in the description down below. Now this is also a beginner level sewing pattern as well, and it's easily able to be worn in summer and winter months depending on how you style it. I'm also going to be putting all the tools that I've used in the description down below as well if you're curious. And yeah, that's it. Let's jump back in.
Turn up all the sides of the pocket panel and press and stitch in place. Then fold down the top of the pocket as much as desired and stitch it in place as well. Next, lay the front panel piece flat and lay the pattern piece on top so you can mark where the front pocket will be sewn. Use either a fabric pen or pins to mark where you'll place the pocket. Pin it securely to the front panel and sew it in place. With the right sides together of the fabric, fold it in half long ways and pin the edges together. Stitch along the long edge and straight edge, leaving the diagonal side open. Bag out the shoulder straps so that the right side of the fabric is showing and the raw edges are encased inside. Press the straps to make sure they are crisp and top stitch all the way around both. Pin the diagonal edges of the shoulder straps to the upper edge of the centre back, making sure to overlap them in the centre back and stitch them in place. With the right sides together of the main fabric panels, pin and stitch a 1.5cm seam allowance on either side. Overlay the front and the back panels of the facings, then pin and stitch together the side seams with a 1.5cm seam allowance. Place the facings over the front and the back of the overall dress, making sure the shoulder straps are both sandwiched in between. Then pin it all the way around and stitch with a 1.5cm seam allowance. Here's a handy tip. Make small snips all around the curved edges of the facing panels and cut small squares out of the corners so that the fabric sits a lot nicer once it's all finished. Turn the facing panels to the inside of the garment and use something pointy to make the corners sharp. This is just another way to make your garment look very professional. And it's all these small touches that make such a difference. Next, edge stitch on the facing side of the fabric so that the finished garment looks crisp and professional. Take a hand needle with a similar colour thread and tack each side of the facings in place so that they don't flap around while you're wearing them. Nobody wants that. Take a few pins and mark out a small triangle on the centre back of the overall dress and sew like shown in the video here. This step is optional. I've just seen this type of top stitching on a lot of overall dresses and garments. I just think it looks really cute, but you don't have to do this. Use pinking shears or overlock the raw edge of the overall dress hem. Turn up the hem as much as desired and pin all the way around, making sure it's even, and once that's done, then stitch it close all the way around. Mark where you want the no-sew buttons to go on the garment and slowly prick the sharp side of the button through the fabric. Then place the main button side on top of the spike and hammer it in place. but be very careful to ensure you don't accidentally hurt yourself. Then repeat the same steps for the other button. Finally, thread the shoulder straps through the overall buckles as shown in the video and stitch in place.
And there you go. Thank you so much for watching my overall tutorial video. If you did like it, please remember to hit that like button. And if you do have any comments or questions, please put them in the section down below. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.